literally do not know how to graph anything.
Okay, yeah, no problem. It's easy. We'll walk through it. Okay,
Okay.
so let's see. What's the best way we can start this? Nom, 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 nom. Okay, I know. Don't mind me while I do a little sharing here. Just thumbs up, you can see my screen. Oh, don't mind my banana. Just doing some work for my charity. Which doesn't explain anything to you. You're like, why? Still why a banana? Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. I want to go to here. And I want to okay, what kind of device are you working on?
My iPad, but I could switch you guys to my iPad and I could work on my computer.
I have a laptop, but I could also switch to my iPad.
I think if the computers or laptops are better.
Okay, I'm gonna switch to Zoom.
Take your time because I'm gonna set us up with a little spreadsheet for the three of us to share. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. It's gonna be BFT. No, this is gonna be 3 3. Nope. 3 3 2. Right? Yep. BFT. And spelling. I got it all. It's correct. Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful. Only took me 4 years, Lucy. It only took me 4 years to spell your name right.
People still say Davalo, but it's okay.
You're like,
I sometimes get confused. Sometimes I say Delavo, and that's not my last name. So
I know the feeling a little bit. Okay. So that should be shared with you now. So enjoy that for a second. Doopity. Come on, don't be so slow today. Ah, beautiful. Okay. So, okay.
ooh. My TMJ is acting up.
Okay, so this is your, where'd I go? Oh, here I am. Okay. Okay, so a couple things you should have up in front of you too, but I'm gonna pull them up on my screen as well so that you can see all of them in theory. Oh, stand by. Oh, how do I do this? I want to go here. Okay, so you want to have the spreadsheet that I sent you, which looks like this. Do you remember this one with the yellow highlights?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you want to have that up somewhere, anywhere, some tab.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to have the instructions up. That look like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically I made you a video of me doing the experiment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And really the only benefit of watching the video is, you know, so that you can kind of get a feel for you know, what I was doing and why the graphs came back the way they did, right? So you could see me doing it, and you could see that I had all the equipment on, and you could see that I was like showing you and pointing to the peaks that I was seeing in the equipment. So is it really worth it? Not so much, because then we end up talking about that even more in the Zoom session. So, and you both were there for that. So the point is that the experiment that I did is what you are going to use to make these two graphs. It has nothing to do with anything you did.
Mm-hmm.
Did we lose Amanda?
I'm here.
Oh, I don't know why I don't see you, but that's probably just because my view is.
Oh.
You're fine.
My video on.
Oh, hello, I see you now. Yeah, you're adorable.
iPad 405.
Okay. So, the assignment is to create two graphs. So if you're looking at this crazy sheet, you can see mine, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Basically, when I told the computer to collect data, I told it to collect it literally every 200ths of a second. So that's why I have so many numbers for just a minute, right? Because it was taking readings all the time. It was just like, what is it now? 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 But if you were to create a graph from that, it would look exactly like, stand by. Where'd you go? Yes, it would look exactly like the graphs that I created. Of course, that's where I got these graphs, is by graphing all of the numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to see that you can make it exactly like the program makes it. I just want to see that you know how to create a graph. So instead of using all, what would that be, 60,000 points? Instead of using, wait, is that right? Can't be right. Something like that, 60,000 points, you're just going to use the ones that I highlighted, which should only be 60.
Okay.
Does that kind of make sense? So
yeah.
All you're using are the yellow highlighted numbers to make a graph that will look similar to, where'd you go? Similar to these, but they won't be as beautiful and complete like a heart rate is.
Yeah.
Because we don't have all of them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So in the end, you want your graph to be titled exactly like this. This is the key, right? You want it to have, you know, some kind of title at the top that tells me whether it's at rest, active, or active plus BFT. I want to see a key. Can you see the cursor when I'm circling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I want to see a key that shows me, you know, which color means what and what are the units. And I want to see that you can, you know, give me a y-axis and an x-axis and another y. And I know, Amanda, that's where you're like, wait, what? How is there another y? So, and then, you know, that everything's nice and concise in here. What is actually on the inside in here? It's not that important, especially since we don't have that many points. If you tried to read it, you'd be like, this is a disaster. But that's not the point. I want to see that you can create a beautiful graph. So let's walk through this part first together, and then we'll go from there. Does that seem good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so on your, that I just shared with you. So Amanda, I think you were still getting your computer when I shared this with you guys.
Yes, I got it on it.
Perfect. So you and Lucy now share the same doc, which means you should submit this exact same doc. Okay? Nothing that you need to do on your own after this. This is now both of your submittables. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys should work together the rest of the time. Yay. Okay, which we're mostly just going to do it all together right now. Wait, before we go any further, does anyone have a date or anything they need to get to?
Nope.
Nope, no hot dates
Nope.
to the market or anything? Okay.
Not to the market.
Like, that's the only place. Like now when I go to the grocery store once a week, I'm like, anybody want to have a romance? Like anything? There's nothing going on. This is where you
Usual glance.
You guys trying to grab the same roll of toilet paper?
Yes, right.
Oh my gosh, like a movie. A modern romance.
Yes.
A coronamance. A
Yes,
coromance.
Oh.
Pandemonium. Pandemonium. Okay. Well,
Okay.
here we are. So I set up your first table or chart for you, which is what we're going to take the first graph of, so that you at least have some headings so you know that what you're trying to, how you should organize it. Obviously, we have all these columns with the time, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to leave all of the time columns in place right now so that it stays organized across the board and you don't lose track of where you are. But eventually we'll remove these extra 2 columns of time just so that our graph isn't confused by more data.
Okay.
And we'll just have this 1 column of time later, which will serve as our x-axis.
Okay.
Everybody cool with that?
Yeah.
Then that means we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just going to shrink this on mine so you can see it. We'll have 9 different columns of data that will serve as our y-axis, right? So that means we should have 9 lines on our graph. Everybody cool with that?
Yes.
So now your job is, and I'm here to just chill and drink tea while you do it, is fill in all of this data from the spreadsheet I gave you. So now you're using all of the yellow numbers to fill in here. Now, before you get too excited and crazy here, number 1, it's a PDF. I'm not sure that you can highlight and copy paste, so be careful. Number 2, where'd he go? Sorry. Number 2, when you look at, mustard, got to get to the top. There we go. When you look at how mine's set up, it's set up for at rest. All of them are here. Breath, heart, and temperature. All of the active are here. Breath, heart rate, temperature. And all of the active plus BFT are here. Breath, heart rate, temperature. Ugh, because over here in the chart, it's set up by different reading. All of the hearts are over here.
Oh.
Rest, active, active plus BFT.
Okay.
All of the breaths are in the middle. Rest, active, active plus BFT. And all of the temperatures are over here. Rest, active, active, BFT. So you just have to be careful how you're going to read the information from one to the other, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so
Okay.
a little bit annoying. I would split up the work so that one of you does one thing and one of you does, so that you're not both doing the same thing. And it may take you a little bit, but I'm totally chilling. I'm gonna just do me on the other computers and stuff that I'm working on, but just yell at me if you have a question or if you need help, or at the very least when you're done.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay. So let's see what we have going on over here. Ooh, look at how beautiful. Look at all your hard work. Okay, so, okay, so I'm gonna kind of walk through this a little slow just because I know Amanda said she's never done a lot of graphing in Excel, so I just wanna kind of walk through this just because this is a good skill to have moving forward anyway, in like your upper level science classes that you might have moving forward. Okay, so Excel is great because it wants you to make graphs, obviously. That's the whole purpose of this. So taking the time to set up numbers and charts and having nice labels and stuff is really key to your graph already being like pretty much ready, and you just get to put finishing touches on it, right? So to make a graph now, we're gonna take and copy everything you guys just did, right? So I highlighted the whole square, you can see that, right?
Yes.
You guys are watching what I'm doing, right? Cool. So then, you're in my mind. For me, up here at the top, I have these like 3 little dots because my image like this, see this little guy that says insert chart? Right here. he was hiding from me, but it might have been up at the top of yours already. So when I click on that, it's going to be like, oh, you want me to take all this data and turn it into something amazing? Done.
What?
So everything you just did is now in a chart or in a graph. Lucy's face is incredible.
Can we do that? Or did you just do that for us?
I just did it for you.
Can we do it too?
I'm gonna erase it and you're gonna do it yourself.
Oh, wow.
It's gone.
What? So do we not have to erase the other 2 times?
So to clean it up, we will go back and do that. But I just wanted to show you at first, like whatever numbers.
Why does it say that? Sorry, this is no data. Oh, I didn't highlight it.
You got excited. You're like,
why does it say no data? I was like, what? Yes, there is data. Okay, you guys should highlight it.
Oh, you go. Oh no. So I'm gonna highlight all this jazz right here, and I'm gonna go up. So it's
Not even. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Undo.
Okay.
Oh.
Highlighted. Graph.
How do you highlight? Wait.
Okay. Oh, it's here.
Somebody made them.
Yeah, got it.
Let's move it. How do we move it?
Yeah,
Oh,
can I
just like this.
Oh, that's not.
You can
right.
just grab them and move them off to the side. So I think it's good practice for both of you to do that right now, to go ahead and make yourself your own little chart, and you can put it off to the side wherever, because both of you can be working on your own charts separately.
Okay, Amanda, how did you highlight it? I don't know why it's not. Every time I
can't really move this down though. It doesn't want to. Where'd it go? There you are.
Oh.
Lucy, did you make something beautiful?
I don't think I made it, but there's 2 of them. I don't think I made one of them though. I don't think I did that.
I might have made 2 accidentally.
Okay, great. Doesn't matter. So one of you will be in the one on the right and one of you will be on the one on the left, okay?
Okay.
And I'll just keep walking you through what you can do, okay? I'm just getting my own self away and out of here. Okay. I'm trying to, what happened? Get out of here, there. Okay, I'm out of your way. I should be now, right? Oops.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so who's the one on the right?
Lucy will be the one on the right.
Great. Okay. And so that's Amanda on the left.
Yep.
And so just click anywhere on like the white part of your graph so that it highlights and it has your own blue square around it.
Okay.
Everybody has that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then double click on your chart and you should see like a thing pull from the side come in and it's like, look at all these fun things you could do.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
So it's called Chart Editor, correct?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so now here's where things get exciting and we can do lots of fun stuff. So I want to give you the opportunity to just kind of play around with it on your own a little bit, trying to follow the instructions, because if you can still see mustard, where'd it go? If you still have your instructions up, instructions up somewhere where you can see them, you are now at the part where you're on 2 A, B, C, D.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
So, well, really just A, B, C, okay? And 4 A, B. Anyway, I'm just gonna walk you through it rather than you have to read the instructions. Okay, so the first thing you wanna do is you want to scroll down to where it says, series.
Okay.
So we're in customize and series.
Customize and series, yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to, I'm just looking at your graphs. They actually kind of don't need that to be done. Time is done. Okay, I lied. Close series. Go to chart and axis titles.
Okay.
And at the top of it, it should say horizontal axis title, right?
Oh yeah, you can click it. You can change it to that.
Exactly. So make sure that what is highlighted, well, it doesn't matter where you start, but you're going to change all these titles to what you want them to be. So if you have horizontal axis title, it probably says time already, correct?
Yeah.
But I would just add your units there. So maybe in parentheses, you put seconds.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then if you go back up to which title you're going to change, maybe you want to change the chart title so that it doesn't say all that nonsense. Instead, it's something really clear, like Miss Masonette's data at active and rest or something, whatever you want. You can change your title to anything that makes more sense. Short and concise, or data using yellow highlighted numbers, or Miss Masonette's data per second.
Where'd it go? No.
When you're done with that, then you can change your y-axis, which would be the one that says vertical. You can change that. And if you looked in the instructions, or you recall from us discussing it, the y-axis on the left side, so the title that you can create right now for that, is only going to be the breath rate, your temperature, yes, and your breath rate.
And breath rate on the left side?
Correct. And so temperature is in degrees Celsius, and breath rate is actually measured in pressure. So the unit is millimeters of hydrogen. I'm sorry, not of hydrogen, of mercury. So that's mmHg is the unit. And if you're like, what are you talking about? If you look over at the instructions again, which I'm going to show you, it says it step 4, nope, it's step 2B.
So the H is capital?
Yeah.
No.
Now, if you're looking at step 2B still, it also says that we need to change our range to be between 10 and 40 units. So when you go back to your chart editor, now we can click on series. Is that true? I lied. Now you're going to click on vertical axes. And you're going to change the minimum to 10 and the maximum to 40. Look at your charts just changing right in front of you.
Oh.
Beautiful. Okay. Close the vertical axis for a second, because now we need to get a right y-axis. So you're going to go up to blah, 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 blah. You're going to go up to, stand by. It's like if I don't do it myself, I won't know. Okay, you're gonna go to, now I knew there was a reason we were going to series. Go to series, finally, the real time.
All right.
Click on axis and click on right axis. No, that's wrong. Put it up, get it back, change it back to the left.
Change it back.
That's not it. Dang it. Where are you, you wiener? Oh. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 bo, 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 bo. Mustard. Hold on. Stay with me. Maybe if I just read my own instructions, but. You little booger. Okay, just hold the phone.
Oh my gosh, guys. See You Boulder Life commented on my post that I on Instagram of me saying that I was going to Boulder. I feel so loved.
Cute.
You are loved.
Oh,
They said
this
they're
is
excited
true.
for the fall. I'm excited to see
Oh.
Excuse me. Just a small cry of aggression. I'm fine. I know it's about series. Apply to series. I can't do that. Got it. Okay. Back to series.
Yeah.
Okay. See how at the top of the series category, it says apply to all series?
Yeah.
Okay. Click on that caret to the drop down. And we have to do all of these separately. I thought there was a way to do it all together. But you're going to click on all of the heart rate ones. So one at a time, you can pick whichever one you want first. So like click on EKG rest. And then you're going to change that axis to right axis instead. Mm. Mm.
Is that right? Because it doesn't
Yes.
look good.
Nope, that is right. Good. Okay.
And
That's
then
right. Okay.
do I do that for 20?
Now, go back and do that for the other two EKGs. Make sure that you change all the EKGs to right.
Yes.
Yes, good. Now, if we look back at our instructions, it says that our range for the right y-axis on 2C should be between -1 and 2. Okay, so in the same thing, you're going to go to axis and go to right axis and change the range. So I'm sorry, you're going back down to the bottom where it says vertical axis. but make sure you change to right.
Wait, where? Okay. I'm still on my Zoom.
So after we switch them all to right axis, then we go down to vertical axis.
Yes, once you change those all to right, then you go down to vertical axis and you are changing it. Why won't it just give you the option? Hold on, I think I have to get out of it for a second. Okay. Why don't you have that option? Allow bounce ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. See where it says, okay, you clicked on vertical axis. Underneath it, there's another one called right vertical axis.
Oh.
Then scroll down. Minimum is -1, maximum is 2.
Okay.
Ah, look at how beautiful they're just coming along. So the last thing, one of the last things we need to do is label that right Y axis now. So go back up to the top where we have chart and axis titles. Drop down your menu and highlight right vertical axis title and change that title to EKG. And your units are millivolts. And I'll go back to the instructions so you can see that, but it's right here at 2C.
MV.
Little m big B, yeah. Look at how beautiful. Okay, so the only thing that's making our graphs look kind of like, what the heck, is this crazy line right in the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if my predictions are correct here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so what we should be able to do now is just, you want to go to the top and highlight the letter of the column that has time. So for example, we're going to leave column A alone because we need at least one row of time. But E and I are messing us up. So just one of you do E and one of you do I. And literally you're just going to click on the letter itself, not necessarily the title time. Click on the letter way up at the top of the column. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then that should highlight the whole column, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right click or however you want to do it, because you're going to delete that whole column.
There's a teeth there. Oh, that's from VFT. Okay.
So we should have no more I and no more
How did you do
E.
it?
So click on I.
There we go.
There you go.
So it just got rid of it?
Yeah, now look at your graphs.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful or what?
Like a rainbow.
Cool.
Okay, so a lot of work, but done with chart and graph 1.
Yay.
Yay. Okay, here's how the next part is actually much easier, okay?
Okay.
So you can stay in this document. I would just, let's add another sheet. Sheet 3 is going to be graph 2 so that it's not confusing for you. Okay, ignore sheet 2. This is just data because we're done with that for now. Now you will have to use that PDF that I gave you of my own stuff. Where did we put it? Am I still sharing my screen with you? Yes. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so you need to have these in front of you now.
Okay.
Okay, so you should have 3 graphs that I gave you at the bottom of that PDF. One is at rest, one is active, and one is active plus BFT.
Mhm.
Everybody's cool on that?
Yeah.
Amanda, good?
I am getting there
Okay, take your time.
because I like clicked out of it accidentally. Okay, got it.
No worries.
I-
You're good, because I'm going to drop in another formula for you. Maybe, if I can find it. You gotta move your faces.
Oh my gosh. Do you guys remember Taz and Lindsay Martin? She was a cheerleader, a senior when we were freshmen, and so was he. He was a football player.
Sounds familiar.
They're having a baby.
Together?
What?
And they like in high school they were together, but they were like on and off a lot, and I was on cheer with her, and like I would sometimes like move into her stunt group, and she would always be talking about how like shaky their relationship was, and I didn't think they were still like together or talking, but she sounded like
Wow.
that's crazy.
That is
That's really crazy.
Oh my gosh.
okay.
Okay.
Check out this new graph. Okay. You can see what I see, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And you also have your spreadsheet open too. So you know that this is your graph too. This is now the new chart we're filling in. Look how much less data, guys.
That is
Yay. It's so nice and small and tiny.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. We can manage this. Look at how it's set up though, because now it's very similar to the first graph, but it says heart rate at rest, active and active plus BFT, right? Now it says respiration rate, rest, active, active at BFT, and it says temperature, same. We're good?
Oh.
This time, our x-axis is still a 60-second interval, except for it's broken up into 4 segments of that 60 seconds. So we're going to take a reading of the first 15 seconds, the second 15 seconds, the third 15 seconds, and the fourth 15 seconds for a total of 1 minute. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yes.
Great. Okay. So let's just start with heart rate, because that's pretty easy. So if I want to know what my heart rate was at rest for the first 15 seconds, right? I'm going to go back over to this chart. I know that this one is at rest. You can see this, right?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, okay, look at my x-axis down here. 15 seconds is, okay, somewhere around here. Agreed?
Yes.
So basically, I need to count how many heart rates or heartbeats I had in the first 15 seconds. And that's the red. So I'm literally going to go, okay, 1, 2, 3. Can you see my cursor moving?
Yes.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 or 16. I'm going to say that's about 15. So 16 heartbeats in the first 15 seconds. So my answer here is 16. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then the next one is for the next 15 seconds. So I'm going to go from 15 to wherever the 30-second marker is. So somewhere around here. I'm going to count all the red peaks I see in there. And then I'm going to count all the red peaks I see in here.
Mm.
And then I'm going to count all the red peaks I see in here and fill them in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Amanda?
Yes.
Okay. Then I can do the same thing for the red peaks in the active graph.
Mm-hmm.
Where, oh, wow, yeah, there's definitely more on this one. Because within the first 15 seconds, I like to put my cursor where I think 15 is, and then go up and find that peak and then count backwards. So I'm like, oh, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Oh, that's like a lot more. Yeah, that makes sense. She was active.
Mm.
Okay, so I got 27 for the first 15 seconds of active. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, go to town on heart rate. I'll watch you fill those in. Maybe split them up so one of you does, I don't know, 15 and 30s and the other person does 45 and 60s.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Or do you want to do rest and I'll do active?
Sure.
Okay.
Did I get this up? Is Patrice's Padlet working? Ugh. Patrice, you're killing me. You guys have what you need, right? So like I can stop sharing for a sec?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to bug you with my squirrel project again.
I'm doing rest, right, Lizzie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't it AP by Patrice?
I think I have to go in like 15 minutes.
Perfect, because you guys are going to knock this
Okay.
out. It actually will go really fast once you get the hang of these countings.
Okay.
Whoa, why was your active in BFT so wild at the start right there?
I think it's because I was like bumping the equipment.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So whatever you decide, you can just kind of like use your best judgment as to those peaks.
Okay. I can do the active in BFT one, Lizzie.
Okay. I can move on to.
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
so Lucy, if you want to move on to respiration rate.
Yeah. Is that the same thing?
Sorry, let me just share my screen with you again. It's basically the same thing. But
Okay.
yes, you can see my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here I am back at rest again, right? So again, here's my 15-second-ish interval, right? So now I'm counting blue peaks. So I'm like, oh, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Now you may feel like I would give myself liberty of doing half peaks too, because then maybe one time you're like, oh, well, that was really only a half. So maybe that was just 1, 2 and a half. And then the other half will count for my next one. Half,
Oh, okay.
5, 2.5, maybe 3. You know what I mean? Use your own thoughts. However you want to round it. 0.5 is
Okay.
totally fine, is what I'm saying.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Oh, this kitchen is a disaster.
And then how do you do the temperature?
Yeah, so temperature, you can still see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Temperature, it's like, well, there's no peaks to count, and I'm supposed to take an average, right? Or what,
Yeah.
I'm not taking an average, I'm taking, an actual count. So you're just like, well, I guess it was always and forever 36 or 37.
Okay.
Right? And like if you keep moving across, you're like, yep, still 37. Whoop, still 37. Oh, still 37. Temperature one is really easy. When you get down to active though, somehow I was like so low and then so high. So maybe like just kind of eyeball the first 15 seconds. Oh, okay, maybe 32. Okay, the second 15 seconds, maybe 34. I mean, however you want to eyeball it is totally fine.
Okay.
Sweet. So close to done, huh? Amazing.
Yeah. Crazy.
Okay.
Okay. Hey there, look at that friendly little thing. Okay,
Woo!
ready for it to blow your mind a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to do, both do the honors. You're both gonna make your own graph again. So just highlight everything from time all the way down to 34.
Do you see that, Nodita?
I didn't know data. Okay.
She got excited, she's like, make me a chart.
Oh my gosh, why can't I highlight this?
Hooray.
Okay, chart. Yeah. Got it. No, wait, I moved something that was wrong. Miss Masonette, what can you help me?
Huh? Oh, do you move it?
I moved it and I didn't mean to, and I don't know how to not. Thank you. Hooper, kind soul.
Okay.
Looks pretty good, guys. Okay, so it looks kind of wonky at first. So what
It looks
you're
like a crane.
It does look like a crane.
So the first thing you're going to do is, the problem is right now our time is what's being graphed. We don't want that. So we need to change this around a bunch. So double click on your chart like you have been so that you can get your little chart editor up and ready to go. Yeah. Okay. First things first, chart style. I lied. First things first, go over to setup instead of customize.
Okay.
We need to make the x-axis time, which it says it is, but it is not. So that's strange. Go up and change the chart type to column.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Yes. Okay. We got one of them. Somebody else has just a beautiful pie chart. There we go.
Wait. Oh yeah, okay.
Okay. And you can close that little guy. Then we really need x-axis. Don't mind me. Stop it. Excuse me. Just having a moment. It is a row. I'm gonna go crazy. 1 second. Cancel. Cancel this. Whose chart am I in? I'm in your chart. Column. Out of range is fine. A13 to J17. X-axis should be time, but it should be A13. No, stop it. Nope. It should just be A. A. Come on. Oh. So basically, sorry guys, I'm just trying to change your x-axis to be time instead of what it is, which is making your y-axis time right now. And that's really frustrating because we set it up so that it would not do that on purpose. So let me just try something here really quick. Got it. Okay, so you're going to in your chart editor, under setup, after you switch to column, which you did, scroll all the way down and uncheck the box that says switch rows, columns.
Oh.
And the only thing left to do now is to go to customize and just clean up your titles. So give it a better title, give your time some units. Your y-axis is literally everything, right? So you can say it's heart rate, it's respiration rate, and temperature, and all the units. You don't have to make the other side this time. You don't have to make that right y-axis.
What should the chart be called? Just your data again?
It could be Miss Masonette's data.
That's not what that's supposed to look like.
And you can play around with these two if you feel like it, or like then you're done. The only thing I would say, no, they look great. They look just beautiful.
How do you
go ahead.
edit the title of the x-axis and y-axis again?
Oh, you're gonna go to where it says horizontal axis. I lied. You're gonna go where it says chart and axis titles, and then change the drop-down menu to whichever one you wanna change.
Perfect.
Great. And I'm just going to mess around with, no, I'm not. I'm going to show you something else. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So, am I still sharing my screen?
Yes.
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay, so this is just back to my data that I did for you guys. However, let me just make this a little smaller really quick. Come on. It's so sad. My little computer is like, why are we working so hard? We never work this hard. Okay, so you're probably done and over it. However, should you want to go one step further or get creative, here, can you see mine? Okay, great.
Yes.
So here you can see when I made my graphs, right? This one on the right over here is, why is it moving all crazy? I just basically changed up my color scheme of it so that it like was a little bit more user friendly to like be like, oh, red, definitely that makes sense. Those are all the heart rates. Blue is all my respiration rates, and greens are my temperatures. So that when I was reading it, it was a little bit more friendly.
Yeah.
So you have the option of doing that. You don't have to at all, but whatever, you know? Or you can also like, you can change up, I don't know why mine is not responding right now. It's being so slow. You can change up background colors. You can change up anything. If you wanted to be more creative, there's lots more things in here you can do. But the bottom line is you guys are done.
Yay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So for the submittables, it's just these two charts?
Yep, you do your chart and your graph and your chart and your graph.
Okay.
So if I were you, I would just like copy paste them onto a PDF or something or like screenshot them and drop the pictures on a PDF,
Hmm.
because that's all you have to turn in.
And then there's questions on it too, but that's all.
Correct. Yes, there are the analysis questions down here. Down where? I was missing it. Right here. Down here at the bottom.
Okay. Perfect. Yay.
Yay.
We did it.
Thank
Sorry
you.
it took so long.
It's all good. It's better than it not happening.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's where I was headed.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
you.
you got it. Take care. Let me know what you need. Have a lovely spring break.
Me
You
too.
too.
Lovely hanging out with you.
Yeah, you too. Have fun at the market next time you go.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hope you find the love of your life. So.
Thank you. Wish me luck. You never know.
Okay, thank you.
Guys, if for some reason you find that somebody else is really struggling, or you ever want to revisit this whole thing was recording. So
Oh,
Okay.
it will be saved. I'm not going to post it anywhere unless you
this
want
is our discussion of
Exactly.
Maricosta approaches.
it. All right. Talk to you later, guys. See ya.
Okay, thank you. Bye.